David. Make it go, bro. It's time. Ladies and gents, ladies and germs, it's college football season. Today, we got college football on tap. We've got NFL next week starting on Thursday. If you are new to our show, thank you for watching very much, honestly. Follow us on Twitter at TheHulkBets. Follow me on Twitter at DFS and Donuts. We, my friends, are here every Saturday morning. Check down Champs, baby. Free website over there for fantasy football. However, you might see some of Hulk Bets posting some betting stuff over there, so make sure you guys bookmark that page. My friends, it's time. It's time to make money. And if you've been with us this week, Hulk was just telling me before the show, his college football picks are on fire on his Patreon. I have been posting picks inside my Discord. 10-0 college football week one. Unbelievable. Makes me feel good because last week and essentially my first official pick I missed on. Now, we had definitely arbitraged that bet and made some profit, but not everybody can do that. So I needed a bounce back, and here we go. Now, you see people already saying, go Colts, David. What a way to usher you in.
That's my alt account, but that's me just texting back and forth to myself. But oil me. I like it. I love the name. Go Colts. Love it.
That's pretty cool. Last night, TCU, I had just seen this, so I wanted to bring it up. David was telling me TCU won last night. I fell asleep. They were down 17-10 at half. I was very frustrated because I watched them fumble the ball on like the 4-yard line right before half. Stanford kneels it to finish it up. I was like, gosh, they're not going to cut. They're not going to win the game because I needed TCU money line, Stanford plus 17.5. Alt line parlay for a plus 224 with a 100% boost. I've been hammering these boosts, David. There's been boosts for like this game, that game, this game. And that's why this week going 10-0, literally like 6 of those were these boost. Like outrageous 50%, 100% boost. We had like UNC money line for like plus or under 50.5 points for plus 180. It has been just a fun week because of all of these opt-ins. So we had this beautiful plus 1,000 on Thursday night. I think this was North Dakota State covering against Colorado. Money line at under 52.5 for a UNC game. This is the time of the season that you and I made an insane amount of money last season. David and I were smashing a specific prop market. And I'm curious, is it a bad echo? Oh, did you put your headset on?
It's been on. I think if anybody else thinks there's still an echo, let us know, but I think it's okay.
Thank you. I just saw that. Appreciate it. David, do you remember the prop market you and I would smash together? Because it's going to be a staple of our Saturday morning shows. Touchdowns, man.
Touchdowns. Of course.
It's all about the red zone.
Of course, it's touchdowns. Listen, 1 touchdown, 2 touchdown, first touchdown. Oh, yeah. I'm already ready for it. I've been prepping all ready for it. I'm psyched. NFL kicks off this week. College football Saturday today. It's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great week or two. I mean, honestly, like there's nothing better than the first 2 weeks of that NFL season. So, okay, we're good. Kyle said we're good. Listen,
good deal.
There's a full slate of games here today. Do you want to look at college first? You want to talk NFL first? What are you thinking?
Where do you want to drive the bus today, my friend? I'm ready to rock and roll in any category and market.
Let's start with college.
I'm typing something in the back end, so maybe you just lead the charge here for a hot second.
So we've got a couple of games today, a couple of things I think we can attack, and I think that we can look at a couple of teams maybe that are a little bit juiced on their money line, but we can parlay them together or look at some of the odds. So, yeah, I think we should. You want to let me drive the bus?
Yeah, man. Let me give you a screen too. You want to bring yours up?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Thank you, dude.
Yes, sir. All right, let's take a look at this Penn State game. Penn State minus 7.5.
Real quick.
Yes, sir.
Real quick. Zoom your browser in like 150 or something. Oh, yeah. Ooh, looks good. That'll be nice on mobile.
Penn State minus 7.5 is an interesting line. West Virginia is no slouch, but Penn State, I was talking about this a little bit the other day with somebody, and Penn State's always ranked to start the season. And then lately, I think they've just been falling apart. I don't know if it's the fact that they've shifted conferences around or what, but I think Penn State minus 7.5 is an interesting line here. I think you could do something like where you take Penn State and maybe don't give up as many points. Can we alt the points on here, or do I have to do that on?
No, you can do it.
You can?
Yep, you can do it. Game lines.
Game totals, right?
Are you trying to do a total alt? Okay.
No, I wanted to just like DK has the little slider. I've been betting on DK more with all the boosts, like you said. DK
FanDuel's
has like
slow today, isn't it? It's not loading things.
Yeah,
that was why I couldn't show the settled bets.
Okay. Yeah, it's struggling a little bit. Yeah, so like I know I'm just at least for more familiar on DK, we could do something like, let's see what that looks like. A -4.5, or even if we can get it to 3, and then roll out something like, let me go back.
What's the crossing the 3 barrier look like? Mine's 2.5.
2.5? Yeah, we can do
Yeah.
2.5.
So we don't get the push on the field
It's gonna
goal.
be a -140 something here. Let's see. Game lines. Let's see here. 2.5.
And if anybody's watching right now and you're like,
There you go. -147.
and you're wondering why it's kind of clunky with using the desktop, everyone bets on mobile.
Yeah.
David, mobile app, cell phone. So
Yeah.
when
Did
we're
you see me try to
stuff,
did you see me try to swipe? I was like, give me a little swipe action here.
When we're using these desktops for these shows and trying to bet on these platforms, it's just different for us. So we're clicking around a lot.
I know Clemson's good, but give me Georgia all day. Georgia's still the best team. So I don't mind something like that. Oh, yeah. At home. Yeah. I kind of like something like that today. But there's a lot of options. I mean, we have a full slate of college football. If you want to take back over
other money lines you were looking at, I am curious. Like you were looking at a money line parlay, you said, right?
Yeah, but
I'm on Georgia as well, so I'm with you. Like we can.
A lot of them are juiced. That's the problem. Well, we could start with that one.
Are there a boost today? Like, let's see, 4-leg college football parlay, minimum odds -500. So if we keep everything under -500, we got a 50% boost. So potentially we put together like, oh, it's got to be 4-leg. Whatever. We could try it.
Yeah. You want to take over, throw the screen back to you if you want. And then
you want me to do that?
Yeah. Okay. Take it over.
So DK Sportsbook, they have this college football parlay profit boost and opted in, all that good stuff. All right. So Georgia -500 or less.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not bad. We'll keep them. I am actually on the other side of things here where I'm a little worried about West Virginia. Their opening line was 10.5 for the spread, and it's gone down to 7.5. It's an interesting line. So
do you think West Virginia wins?
I think there's a chance they take the cake here today for sure, but more so the spread is what I'm interested in. I took a bet last night using heck, I mean, I'm happy to tell this with everybody here. They had 100% boost for this game specifically. It was only for that game. Again, these sports books and stuff, they are doing boost for individual games. They're doing crazy stuff. And I had beautiful. So we'll come back to that for NFL. We're going to get to NFL today, so don't worry. I had taken West Virginia alt line to 10.5, which was the original line, and I put the 100% boost on it, and the odds were still like, I can't even remember, -112 or something. So that's crazy that I could get that because the 10.5 line, that, let's see what the odds are. Sheesh, I got to figure out the slider too. It's a -159. So I mean, shoot, if honestly, for the sake of this, I mean, truly, we could cross the 2 touchdown line here at 14.5, and we could do something like this. I mean, we could add them, but we seem to be on conflicting sides of how this game should go. So maybe
I don't think that it's a blowout. I think it's a close game. So whatever, if West Virginia plus 14.5, I'm fine with, because I think it's a close game. So I don't have a problem with that. You know what I mean? Like, even if Penn State wins, I don't think they're going to blow them out.
Okay. If you are new to sports betting and not sports betting, NFL and college football, and you are not, I guess, privy to some of the intricacies of spread betting, there are some key numbers you need to be aware of. 3, 7, 10, 14. These are numbers, 17. These are numbers where touchdown, a field goal, a touchdown and a field goal, 2 touchdowns and a field goal. So often books you will see will not give you the opportunity to take a really good 6.5 line or something like that. They're going to make it always more than a touchdown if you really wanted Penn State to cover, so on and so forth. So for parlays, one thing you want to do, or at least you might want to think about doing here, is focusing on these crucial, these pivotal spots in the spreads. 2 touchdowns and a field goal right here, they can lose by. Right? Penn State can score 2 more touchdowns and a field goal, and West Virginia still covers because we're getting the half point on the 2 scores and a field goal. So be mindful when you guys are putting together parlays. I still see it sometimes. People are like, just putting these random numbers in here. You got to be careful. You're going to shoot yourself in the foot long term. They're like, 8.5 because I like the -130. Okay, but I mean, you have no, it's just like a garbage line. That's a garbage line. Odds are less important than the line itself when you're talking about spread betting, which is also on the flip side. Like if we're talking about a difference of a half point, in a spread, like take the better odds, unless it's a barrier. So like if one book is offering a 2.5 and another book is offering a 2, but you're getting 30 cents more for the 2, take the 2. Yeah. Don't worry about the 2.5. They're both needing a field goal to cover, essentially, and take the one with the better odds. So that's something that, I did broad strokes covering the topic, but just be mindful about how you guys are making your parlays and things like that. And let's see if we can put together a nice little 4-legger. I'm fine with doing this live, man.
I like what you did with West Virginia, though. I've been doing that lately. I did it with last night's game with Florida Atlantic, and I liked the under. So I like the under, but I gave myself a little wiggle room with these outlines. So I think the over-under might have been like 50.5, right? I think I set it to like 57.5 or 56.5, and then I parlayed that with one of the teams and gave them points. And I think I teased it out to like a minus 130, minus 135 or something, just because, it's opening week. I wasn't as confident. Did I like the under? Yes. Was I certain that it was going to go under? No. So I gave myself a little bit extra above that line. And then I also gave one of the teams points that I like to win. I just gave them a little bit extra points and put those together. And it was a pretty comfortable minus 130, 135. And it was like never in doubt. I mean, the game ended 16-10. The team that I had points with lost, but only by 6 points. So I think I had like plus 14.5 for one of them. So it's like, I had a nice cushion there the whole time. I never felt like it was getting out of hand. And you could just do stuff like that, especially on DK, where you can have these alt lines.
Is there another spot you want to move on to? Some of these.
I'm curious to hear, do you have a take on Miami and Florida? That's another one of the bigger games that should be close.
I think Miami wins today outright. I had them at minus 130-ish yesterday in that article I had posted on the blog. So big fan of Miami today. I think they go into Florida and take this one. But
I actually like the minus 2.5 too, by the way.
Do you?
Yeah, because okay, listen, if they win, what did we just talk about? We could talk about focusing on the 3, the 7s, the 14s, the 17s. I
like what you're saying here, because
you know what I mean? Like
almost 30 cents better price.
Yep.
Between the minus 142 and the 115.
Unless you think they're going to win by 1 point, which could happen, because I do think it's going to be a close game. But I think if they win, they probably win maybe by like a field goal or something in a close game. And that 2.5 is beautiful sitting right out there. So yeah, we're on the same side of this. So however you want to add it to our
let's go money line, just because this is a parlay. But
we don't care
I like what you're saying now. I'm not interested in taking a minus 142 for a money line and for college football. Like we all know, college football is extremely volatile. So this is why I had said 3 minutes ago, the price is more important than the line. So a minus 142, a minus 115. Yes.
Yeah.
So
how about Army last night scoring a touchdown with 3 seconds left? Oh my gosh, dude, they were inside the 5-yard line, right at the spread. I don't remember the exact score of spread, but they were way ahead. They're up by like 30 points. There's 5 seconds left or whatever. They run a play instead of kneeling. They run a dive up the middle, and the guy scores a touchdown to go over on the bet or whatever. And people are freaking out because they're like, he could have just kneeled. It was a 30-point game. So just stuff like that. Like college football is volatile.
That's awful. I would have been so stressed out about that.
I'm so thankful that I wasn't in on that game or anything. Like I was just like, whew, thankful I didn't touch it.
They keep switching this line. So please remind me to go back, because it continues to switch it as the line is updating and making me accept changes. So we're going to have to go back and do the West Virginia one as the last leg of this parlay. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
But I'm already loving the odds we got here. So Georgia, Miami, we'll take West Virginia, the alt 17.5, and we can find one more play. And we've got a 4-leg parlay just to start off our show in the first 15 minutes. This is incredible. By the way, totally forgot to do this. We have 325 people watching across the internet right now. Do us a massive favor. Like the video, my friends. Like, wherever you are. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. Please. You're going to see so many shows between Hulk and I on YouTube all week. You're going to see Twitter live shows as well. You'll see videos all week as well. And my friends, just listen. You want to support free content? You want more free content? Like the video. Retweet us on Twitter, wherever you're watching. And we will continue to try to line your pockets the best that we can.
Love it. What do we got right now? We got a plus 270. How many more?
Well,
do you want to
this
look at?
this West Virginia line's funky. So like that was, I think, like what was it, minus 220 or something like that.
Man,
So
this Notre
this will be-
Dame, there's a couple of close games out there, like Notre Dame and Texas A&M. I don't think this game ends up particularly close, but Utah and Southern Utah, all these Utah and Southern Utah, these Michigan and Northern Michigans, like all those kind of games always end up so wonky. But like, I think Utah's an easy win there for money line. But I don't know what it
What
is.
time
It's
do
like
they
a
play?
minus 3,000.
If you give me the time, I can look them up quicker.
9 p.m. Yes, I'm glad you're realizing that too, because I was like, man, like scrolling this thing. 9 p.m. tonight.
Have you looked at UNLV at Houston at all?
I haven't. Should we look at it? Talk
No.
to me. Okay.
Nah, that's it.
Have you looked at it? No. All right.
Nah, nah. This is part of it. Listen, for college football, when we got
There's so
freaking
many
100 games, like
yeah, right. Exactly.
we both haven't looked at all the same things. There's no shot.
No.
NFL, there's a good chance by Saturday morning show we have covered
looked at
every
all the
little
games.
nugget of the betting slate.
Tennessee's probably like a minus 3,000, but that's an easy one. I feel like
We need a minus 500 or better for the parlay boost.
okay.
I'm not interested at all in these types of lines. I will never
No,
touch
that's
these
so
for college.
much. No. Yeah.
Like even the minus 45 is
We can take it off.
no, it's
Take it
under
off.
500. We need 4. So I take Georgia's number 1 seed at
Sure.
home to start the season. Come on,
Yeah.
that place is gonna be rocking at home, right? Like that's gonna be crazy. What about the game of the week? Sunday night.
Let's look
LSU at USC.
That's tight. That's a tight game, I think. Do you have a strong lean on it? I mean, I think
don't have a
LSU wins, but
Yeah, I actually wasn't sure what to do as far as spread and money line, but I thought about the scoring more than anything. And I
about
I personally
under?
like the over.
whoa,
I know.
man,
I
I might
know.
be I might be wrong.
Here's the deal. I see all over Twitter people are slamming the under. They like the under
High under.
64.5. But I am definitely contrarian, to say the least. Odds mostly irrelevant, minus 108 versus minus 112, unless you're slamming down insane amount of units on something like this. That's not going to change your decision making very much. So maybe we just fade this one for now, because it sounds like we both have conflicting sides of that game, or at least that total. The UNLV one was interesting to me. How about Notre Dame and Texas?
Well,
Did you look at
hold
them
on
all?
before we move on from USC LSU. I mean, so you like the over even with new quarterbacks? That was honestly like that was my biggest thing to the under is like, okay, high line 64.5. I think that's what it was. And it's like, okay, both teams have new quarterbacks this year coming in for like incredible quarterbacks.
Right.
So like, I don't know. I guess that's probably not a good enough reason to really jump in on it. But I was like, maybe they come out a little slow. They struggle a little bit, but
That's what people are saying on the interwebs.
is that what they said?
I'm in a small camp for sure on this over.
What's your reasoning behind it? Any reasoning?
I believe it opened at 62.5. I can't remember.
Oh, okay. So it's mostly like line movement driven.
I looked at this like 2 days ago. I'm trying to remember, why did I like it? Because I like all the things people are saying too.
When you asked me about the primetime game, I was like, I
Yeah.
don't have any thoughts yet about it, but not really. I mean,
Yeah, that's what I was
so
curious
funny.
to see. Yeah. I honestly don't remember why I took it, but I had my reasons at the moment.
That's fair. All right. Fair. Maybe we just move on from that one, huh? Shall we?
I mean, just pass.
We got to find one more. We got to find one more game that's not super juiced.
I know why. I don't think I'm on it outright. I believe I posted that specifically on my site just to give people something. But my play itself, like I have a parlay. I have a single game parlay for that one. So I game scripted something out. That's why. And I'm remembering, I think I posted that on Instagram or something like that. So now I'm remembering I had a game script for the SGP, and I just took part of the parlay and slapped it in the article. But the full play that I like was the SGP itself.
What's Ohio State? Can we do over-unders in this too? We can do over-unders, right?
You can do any of these lines. Everything just needs to be better than my.
Hey, listen, Kyle Seaver, give us a big help out here. Hit Control F and just search that way. So look at Ohio State. Let's see if we can find Ohio State. Did your
I'm not trying anything live that someone tells me to do on the internet. Maybe
it's Control F. That means Control Find.
Well, you show me. I'm adding you to the screen. Hit Control F. Watch your computer explode.
Watch. I trust you, Kyle. Go ahead. Throw me on. All right. Ready?
Kyle, very helpful. Very helpful. I knew it was going to work. See?
It did right there. Bam.
What
Over under 57.
is this wizardry?
Oh, gosh, that's so bad. Glasses. I guess that's a little
That
bit.
is actually pretty nice.
That's a little bit
I
higher than I thought.
I loathe taking these insane spreads.
No.
and
I was looking at the over under.
Oh.
I liked I too did a parlay, and I think I have the Akron Ohio State at 48.5 or something over.
Oh, for the alt line.
Yeah, over 48.5. I parlayed it with the Owls last night, Florida Atlantic at plus 14.5. So that's a parlay I have going right now. So half of it won, and I'm just waiting on this. But I didn't know how close that was to the actual line because I do like the over 49, but clearly that's not the line. That was the alt line. So I guess disregard that one. That's not one that's going to help us really. But we could outline something too, by the way.
Well, I'm just putting the alt line in. I have not looked at Akron, Ohio State. 47.5 to the over is under that line. And then let me clunkily go through.
Take back the screen though. You don't have the screen.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, no, that's
okay.
There you go.
And then game lines. I'm going to go to the alt line for West Virginia. Gosh, these freaking arrows. Oh, look at this. This is so annoying. It keeps switching the alt lines as the odds are updating.
Yeah. Well, you could just accept it at the end, right? Am I missing something there? Don't you just like
it switches it. So I had 47.5 alt line for the total.
Yep.
And then as the odds
updated, it switched your total?
57. Yeah, it switches the total. Yeah, it's not updating
I thought
the
it was
alternate.
just doing the odds.
It's super annoying.
Yeah, that is annoying.
So like I have to quickly do this. All right, Control F.
Hey, did you accidentally remove our overlay, or does it go away when we go back and forth?
I'll explain it later. We got a new one.
Okay.
Ohio State. That's
There you
Iowa.
go.
Well, what the heck? It brought up another week. It brought up October?
Well, go hit the arrow up. Hit the arrow up in the top right. Yeah, there you go.
Oh my, look at this.
Oh, wait. Well, now you're in October. Yeah, there you go.
No, there you go. There we go.
You're there.
Got to beat the clock. I'm up against the clock here. It's going to freaking update again.
Kyle just said that he hacked your computer now.
Look
that
at this.
You did the
plus 228. Use the bonus. 50% bonus. We got a plus 343. Not bad.
Yeah. That's real good. I like it.
Ugh.
What's wrong? Do you not like it?
Well, I'm wondering if taking an alt line for Miami like plus 7.5, we're still going to have probably like a plus 300 boosted.
Miami at plus 7.5. Throw it in there.
Yeah. Just to see. I just want to see.
Yeah. See what we see.
See what we do.
See what we see. I loved it.
I'm just curious. I just want
to. Yeah. That Miami game is going to be close. So plus 7 should be good.
They're on the road.
Yeah. There you go. Plus 7.5. Oh, there you go.
Ugh. They're really.
Well, was it plus 1? Oh, yeah. Wow.
Went from plus 300. What about 3.5?
We were sitting pretty.
I think we got to go Miami money line.
Sure. Yeah.
I actually like this. I really do.
Yeah.
Because Miami is one of my, might be the only money line I have. No, I have 2 other money lines today, plus odd money lines. But I want to include them in a parlay.
Throw it in.
Joke's on you. Computer has 30 minutes till it dies now.
He's got you. He got you.
Got me good, man. Got me good. You like USC game over, Hulk?
Not so sure.
Not so sure. I hate teasers with high totals. Tease the game down 7. Take UNLV plus 10. I didn't comprehend all that. I'll be at Kyle Field to see Notre Dame, Texas A&M in person. Can't believe college football's here. Appreciate Hulk. Oh, that's dope.
Listen,
what a nice shout out.
He met Rudy. That's my buddy. Yeah, he met the Rudy himself. That's wild. I like this. It changed.
It's changed.
Rudy. At least snip it if you want. You know what I mean? At least snip it for us.
Oh, that's fair.
I like that one. I like it.
Can I do this quickly? There we go.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
Oh!
Come on.
This is so annoying. It updated while I clicked it.
Yeah. You got to get it.
There we go. Be quicker than that. No, I don't want to round robin. I'm panicking.
No, don't round robin.
In case you're just tuning in, this is our first time doing any sports betting in our lives. This is the
Oh,
first time we've sports
snipped.
betted.
Thank goodness.
Got
This
it.
thing
Nice
can update like
job.
crazy.
Good
I am
work.
not I'm not using a 50% parlay boost on this until I have a minute to personally sit back
Sure.
and look at it after. But for the sake of this right here, this one right here is
I like it. I don't see
for
any
the
really
fam.
weak points. Yeah.
I don't either. But I think
Nope.
you are
Ohio
probably
State's
feeling
gonna
similar
score.
to me. Like you're gonna wanna
Sure.
really dive into it a little bit more before we play it and then alert people.
Mm-hmm. I like it, but it could be for the YouTube crowd. That's all.
It could be. It could be. That's not bad. That's
I
not
like
bad
it.
at all. What a freaking way to start off our Checked on Champs show
Listen,
together for college
we're both so hot in college right now. Like Hansel, he's so hot right now that I think it can't miss. That's all. Just
It can't miss.
It's great.
no,
A lock. I don't have anything else for college specifically.
that's fine. I saw that you posted stuff in your
I had a couple things.
Premium, and
We both got a couple things out there.
yeah,
but
we got stuff out there. We're ready to rock. Let's look
pivot.
at some NFL stuff, bro.
Now I don't have to use my brain as much.
I know.
It's
Jeez.
just all with the heart, It's just part of who I am.
All with the heart.
It's just part of who I am.
All right, let's do it. Oh, look at Miami, Florida moved to minus 135.
Oh, yeah. You don't have to stress about it.
That's even better.
You don't have to stress about it.
All right, I'm removing all this crap. Let's go look at NFL.
Give it to me.
Given, you got the screen.
No, I didn't know like that. I didn't mean like that, but yeah, I guess I did say give it to me, but I just meant like,
I hope that's
give
what
me
you meant.
NFL. And I just meant like, give me NFL. How's that? Does that look good?
That's great.
I mean, we have a show before next week. So we have a show before these games. So I think I personally, we didn't talk about this. I think let's not even talk about Sunday yet because we have next Saturday for that.
Done.
Are you okay with that? All right.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about the third. I mean, we have a Thursday show. So we're going to talk about these games more than once. So we're going to go, I think we're going to go live Thursday night before the game starts, opening kickoff stream. So we'll definitely do some parlays. We'll talk about things. So you're going to hear some things a few times, but the odds are going to change between now and then. So you guys, if you're watching now, you're getting these firsthand right now before things get crazy and before people start putting out all the content. But I guess let's start with the first game. I'm curious to see, Mitch, out of the two running backs here, we've got two good running backs here. Derrick Henry with a new team, Isaiah Pacheco. Who's your favorite to score? And who, if you had to put money on one of them to score 2+ touchdowns, would you choose? And this is totally unprompted. So if you don't have a take, you don't
something to say, and then I have a question. Okay. When I looked over at my screen, this is extremely confusing.
Talk to me.
I was already on the touchdown scores tab. I'm going to bring up my stream. Look at this. Okay. Look at this. Same thing. And then when I was looking at our StreamYard, you were like scrolling a little bit. And I was like, what's going on with my computer?
Oh,
I was so confused.
Oh, Kyle's got it. Kyle's got
me. He wasn't
Kyle's
joking.
hands.
Yes.
It's in Kyle's hands.
I was so flustered when that started to happen.
Question.
I didn't hear your question.
All right. That's
I was like, oh my God.
We're going to rewind and we're going to try it one more time.
Give me the good question.
Which one of these two running backs do you prefer to score a touchdown? And if you had to pick one to score 2+, who would it be?
Ooh, Derrick Henry 2+. Absolutely.
Okay.
To score a touchdown, Isaiah Pacheco.
Is that odds driven, Isaiah Pacheco at plus odds, or is it just okay?
Yep, exactly.
Fair question.
And you nailed it, bro. With similar to not the same. It's not the same correlation as home run betting for baseball, where odds are even more important than all data and everything. Like you ain't taking an Aaron Judge plus 160, but when you get Ohtani at plus 495, you're like, what? I don't care if he's facing a lefty. I don't care if he's in a bad field. I don't care if the wind's blowing in. You're giving me a guy with 40+ bangers at plus 495. I'm taking Ohtani, right? Very similar for NFL. It's like, it's not identical because the odds discrepancy isn't that much. But when you can get a volatile market at plus odds for a guy who is the lead back, will garner the most touches, the most upside and opportunity on the road, where you see a lot of more, maybe not with an offense like the Chiefs, but you see a lot of running backs scoring more so on the road than anything else. Give me Pacheco, who's not going to come off the field inside the 5 or 10 either, you know? So it's him. I love him for an anytime, but I think upside wise, Derek freaking Henry, man. So 2 things about Derek Henry's touchdowns this year. He is 10 touchdowns away from, I believe, 100 in his career. This man is getting 10 touchdowns this season as long as he's healthy. They're going to get him to 100. Okay. That's just, it's happening. So I think Henry is going to have massive upside. Number 2, I saw this stat earlier this summer. I'm going to regurgitate it. It is not accurate right now. I'm paraphrasing. There was some stat where it was like over Harbaugh's years as a Raven coach, where they have been in like the top 10 or something. I'm very loosely quoting this or paraphrasing. Top 10 in red zone rushing opportunities and goal line carries in the NFL, which is why we've routinely always had value in these rando commandos in the Baltimore backfield whenever they have injured running backs, because these guys come in and they have tons of rushing upside inside the red zone. That's just what he likes to do. And annually, you think to yourself, Lamar Jackson's a guy who's going to go out there and have as many rushing touchdowns as Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, but he doesn't. He's got like 4 to 6 per year inside the 5, inside the 10. It's either Mark Andrews or it's running back time. And I love what you've done right now for the first touchdown, because this plays right into that narrative. It's the running back or it's the tight end. And there was some freaking stat for it. They had combined to like have 65 or something percent, 70% of all touchdowns over the last decade in the offense, which is just insane. So you could essentially even take, and I can't remember the market because we started to hit this one at the end of the year. Remember the first team touchdown?
Yes. I
Is
can
that
get
there?
that in a second. Yeah, I think it
Okay.
is. Hold on. So I just wanted to highlight this. No,
Chat,
you're fine. I wanted to highlight this because it is a plus 1,000. I think it's probably worth a sprinkle for a guy that's high touchdown upside in this offense. So if it's not Derrick Henry, it's probably Mark Andrews. And look at this. Like, I had posted this to Patreon this week and it was at a plus 1,100. So and this was DK. So it's already moved to only a plus 1,000. So it's moving a little bit, but like, I think that's worth a play. Now, do I think he scores the first touchdown? I think he has a good shot at it. These things are volatile. We're talking about a volatile thing. It's a plus 1,000 or was a plus 1,100 for a reason.
Yeah.
But I do think that like when you got a guy who's a high touchdown scorer, you know, obviously Lamar loves throwing to him. And I think that it's like at least worth a sprinkle bet on a Mark Andrews to score it. Conversely, like you had other guys. What was their other ones? Let's see. Who was what was the other first touchdowns? Like, yeah, Derrick Henry plus 600. It's fine. It's not bad. But is it that much more likely than Mark Andrews? I really don't know. I don't really think so. I don't think it's
Rashee Rice.
I don't think it's that different. Yeah, Rashee Rice.
In the same token, like Pacheco versus Kelsey, the odds aren't that different. But look at Rashee Rice down. Look at that value.
Yeah, think about the value here. Yeah, I think you got to think about the value here. Like
for first touchdown bets.
For sure. Yeah, because it's a little bit lucky. I mean, it's a little bit lucky. Like, you know, Derrick Henry could, or, you know, Rashee Rice could score the first one and then Pacheco could score the next 2. Like, but, you know, look at the odds you're getting here for it. Where was first team? I know
I'll try to look as well. It might be specifically in the game. You got to click into the game and then touchdown scores just scrolling down.
I wasn't. Okay. Yeah. Maybe it's at the bottom.
Oh my God. Dude, they have either player to score markets. I'm going to throw up my screen real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. Take it.
Inside the game. So I've clicked into Ravens and Chiefs. They didn't have this last year, if I remember correctly. They have either team to score. I wonder if you could parlay stuff like this.
Oh, hey, by the way, Pacheco, wait, combined touchdowns. They have combined touchdowns too. Derrick Henry and Pacheco combined for 2 touchdowns is a plus 125. It's not bad if you think they're both going to score. I mean, we'd have to look at like, you know, compare the odds and stuff, but
well, not only that, but I'd want to, like, let's say you do this. Okay. You're essentially either needing one of them to score 2 tutties, which we just saw the odds at plus 600, or you need one from each of them. So let's think through this with everybody.
Sure.
And have a learning moment for all people involved, including ourselves who have never seen this market. Let's go to touchdown scores. Check this out, my friends. So if we're like, all right, they're both going to get 1. If we parlay this, 1 each.
Yes, that's what I was wondering.
Is it going to be better in a 125? Let's look.
Let's try it.
Yeah.
292.
So like that other market to me, I'm not touching it, right?
You're right.
Or if you think one of
that
them
it's going to be one of the guys, then you just play the 2
scoring 2. Well, then
it's plus 600.
Here are your odds.
Okay.
And of course, you're not doing this as a parlay, but you would play these individually. At which point you could take your full unit that you were going to put on that other plus 125 or whatever, and throw freaking a quarter of a unit on each of these lines individually.
I kind of like each one of them to score a touchdown too at plus 292. That wasn't bad.
It was not bad.
I did find your
So this is
first
why
team touchdown.
I want to say this is why David and I last season absolutely. I think we were the best.
Oh,
listen,
man.
I watched nobody else. This is a bold proclamation. I don't pay attention to the internet very much. Very much in my lane. I got horse blinders on, and I just produce content with my homie here. I will make a bold proclamation without looking at anybody else's content. We were the best.
Yeah,
we're the best NFL touchdown
it.
batters last year.
Killing it.
That's fact. That's science.
Oh, it's science. It's 100% true. It's 60% of the time it's true 100% of the time.
There you go.
So, what more do you need than statistics?
I'm
yes, you were right.
Talk me through how to get the team touchdowns.
Okay, so it's at the bottom. So you got to scroll past all this other stuff that we were kind of talking about, either player to score, and then there's the touchdown markets, first team touchdown scorers. So you've got Pacheco at a plus 320. Kelsey's a plus 360. Rashee Rice is a plus 500.
Why don't I see this?
It's down
there.
Just
go to the team markets or something?
No, it's just under touchdowns.
Scroll up. You are at touchdown scorers. Can you collapse each market for me? Yes.
Certainly.
Ooh, I don't have all these markets. Are you logged in? Yeah.
I'm not logged in. Oh. Okay.
We don't have it in New York.
Well, not yet at least. Wait, not yet. We had them last year.
Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. I am in the SGP. I bet I don't have it as an SGP market.
I was going to say, we had them last year.
See, my friends, we're learning on the fly. The desktop. The desktop is freaking, it's just different.
Let's see. To score and win. That's another interesting one we should
so
compare odds to.
Dude.
I think Kansas City wins, right? Like, although there is a lot of letdowns. Kansas City lost, I think, last year, opening night.
Against Detroit.
Yep. And, they get their rings, right? Or no, they already have the rings, but they do like the banner and stuff, I think. I don't know what.
And they're on the road again.
I don't know what Rip Coil's my boy, but I don't know what OUDNA means. But only under
probably Oklahoma University something. You go to Oklahoma?
I don't think that's what that would be abbreviated to. Oklahoma DNAU.
I'm like, what is DNA? Well, maybe DNA is some OU thing. I don't know.
I don't know. I was trying.
Is Oklahoma even OU? They are, right?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, it's a show.
Huh?
Oklahoma Sooners, OU football. It's got to be. It is. It's Oklahoma. I was right.
You were right.
Yeah, but I don't know what the DNA stands for. Never seen that before. Rip Coil, help us.
Help us out.
We need to know. Player to not score is new too. Looks like it could have useful purpose for juice cutters. Oh, interesting.
Okay.
The first team touchdown stuff is there. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Oh, you're on it.
I got it open.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I got you.
Let's look at some of this. This is Thursday night. Plus football.
320. Isaiah Pacheco is the first KC scorer. Anybody? You know what? I'm surprised Xavier Worthy's odds are only a plus 550. I think he should be in the 700 or 800 range. And then I'd actually have some interest. Maybe I'm only surprised because I'd rather have interest in it if it was like a plus 700 or something.
I wouldn't mind. I'll look it up since you're on that tab.
Sure.
His touchdown prop for anytime touchdown score in this first game is...
It's too high, I feel like.
Plus 185. I'm not touching that for that little guy.
No, that's what I mean. But I do think it's a good chance he catches like a long touchdown. But like,
bro, come on. There's no way I'm taking a plus 185 for Xavier Worthy when Rashee Rice is a plus 180 and Mark Andrews is a plus 160.
I know.
You're right, dude. His anytime touchdown needs to be like plus 250.
Yeah.
Something
this should be a plus 700 for him or something. Plus 750 or plus 800, probably plus 750. And I'd have, just because like I know how they stack their prices, like I would actually maybe have some interest in that on a flyer for the same reason, mostly odds driven, but like Xavier Worthy could absolutely catch a deep touchdown pass from Patrick Mahomes as the first touchdown and, fireworks go off and everything. But like at a plus 550, it's just not worth it to me. So do we think like our favorite, you mentioned Travis Kelce and Rashee Rice. You actually mentioned all three of them. Not locking anything in, but who's your favorite looking at this as of right now? We're talking
sure,
Saturday
like first
morning.
to score for the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Rashee Rice.
Partially because of the odds.
All because of the odds.
Okay, got it. That makes sense. Yeah.
For a volatile market, there's no clear lean on who's going to score all the tutties down there in Kansas City. So it's not like we're looking at Christian McCaffrey, right?
No,
like
I know.
This is like Pacheco, Kelsey, and Rice might all have 8 touchdowns each.
They could all have they all have pretty much a similar probability to score and to score first.
Exactly. So if you're giving me plus, and listen, here's another narrative street, Rasheed Rice's offseason filled with this crazy news cycle.
Turmoil.
He goes in, and he balls out in week 1,
He could.
Happy to be there.
Yeah.
Goes nuts. Plus 500 first touchdown score for KC.
And then conversely, okay, wait, what was Pacheco's was plus 320. Derrick Henry's a plus 260. Andrews at a plus 425 still. Man, why? Listen, guys. Could Zay Flowers score the first team touchdown? Sure, he could. But my goodness, at a plus 450 or a plus 425 for Andrews, I will take Andrews 10 times out of 10 and live with the results there. When you're looking at those odds, like holy smokes, like how many touchdowns did Zay Flowers have last year? 6, 4? Off the top of your head, like I'm just curious. Like he's got to be
6. Yeah, I don't know.
It's got to be 6, maybe, right? Like it can't be that much higher than that.
Graphic, I like that angle, buddy. I know we're only talking about right now, but golly, they're going to take some shots with him down the field.
Oh yeah, I think I might have that. He only had 5 touchdowns last year. Zay Flowers did, and that's with like half the year with Mark Andrews out. So, like, I'm not taking that. That should be much higher odds too. That should be much higher.
Yeah, those are too short, man. Plus 450 for Zay Flowers. Again, you're right. I mean, why isn't he down there where like Bateman is?
Yeah, I don't understand. So who's your all right? So favorite? I mean, my favorite's Mark Andrews here for sure. At a plus 425.
First touchdown, plus 425 for Baltimore.
Yeah, what's your favorite? Would you take Henry?
Man,
not great.
I don't like the odds. They're not as good, of course, but
yeah,
dude, they brought him in for a reason.
I know.
And for a guy who's just had one of the best noses for the end zone for the past decade, I do think he gets the first crack inside the 5.
Listen, also, yeah, I know I don't disagree with you. I think also that Henry's stats, especially last year, he blew up. Like his best statistical games for the most part were like bookends. They were the beginning of the season when he was super fresh, and the end of the season after he had come back, I think from some injury, and it was end of the season, whatever. Like, I think it won't be as extreme this year, but like Derrick Henry's going to be his best version maybe right now. Early. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, early, like longer off season, rest, coming off camp and stuff. Like, I mean, I'm not saying he's not going to get better and do better even down the road, but I'm just saying like this is the best version of Derrick Henry. He's going to be quick. He's not banged up. He's going to be probably, I mean, he should be in shape other than, you sometimes get that long distance stuff the more as the season goes on. But like Henry's going to be looking good right now. I like Henry as maybe it's that 2+ option potentially even. You could take it over, by the way, at any time.
No, I'm with you. The 2+ 550. I really like that for Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
I think Henry has a chance this year if he stays healthy to produce a 15+ rushing touchdown season. I just think the upside is immense. That offense, with Lamar being healthy, they just always move the football. He just extends so many third downs.
Listen,
so if he's keeping the drive alive, Derrick Henry's going to get more red zone opportunities. And if there's anywhere he's excelling this year, it's going to be inside the red zone. Maybe not in between the 20s as much. Maybe he lost his step, but he is going to be a red zone factor just based on his size alone still at this point.
This play was a plus 110 earlier this week or maybe last week or something when I posted it. Plus 110. Yeah, it was a plus 110 because I was just looking back at it because I was like, oh, I know I have a Derrick Henry bet. And
I'm bringing up FanDuel right now. Let's look at some touchdown props. Here's another part. Listen, we're just looking at FanDuel minus 135. BetMGM last season, and I am not going to log in live, but BetMGM, they often had for the anytime touchdown, they had the best odds week after week. So that's something to keep in mind. We are not odd shopping right now. We are truly just lightly, broad strokes brushing the Thursday night game and having some fun with it. But you can find some value. I mean, like what was Rashee Rice's touchdown prop? Like plus 160, plus 180. So it's like you're not playing it here. First touchdowns they're just going to be different. Like Derrick Henry plus 500 here. Like I don't know what he was on DK.
Plus 600.
Okay, so yeah, so it looks like you're just going to get better odds in this game specifically on DK. But I don't know what the flip odds are. I don't know Caesars. I don't know MGM. All these stateside books that you guys have in different states. So shop around. Don't blindly just take this. Be like, oh, Mitch and David really like so and so on DraftKings. No. Listen, we just have the DraftKings tab open. We don't know yet. We're not sure what we're doing. We're just trying to paint a picture for you.
I alerted this at 55.5. It's moved to 57.5 for Travis Kelce's receiving yards. It's very interesting. We're getting a lot of movement. First week, people don't know what to expect.
I'm gonna throw this out there.
Yeah.
I am a little concerned with taking individual props that aren't like plus odd plays
because it's week
or like these primetime games specifically, because the volume, the amount of money these books are going to be handling on these bets is going to create some freaking sharp lines.
Sure.
And I think that's why maybe for Thursday night, for Friday night, for Sunday night, for Monday night, those primetime. Yes. I think we're looking at plus odd longer plays. And I think we need to be focusing on some single game parlays where we are putting together some game scripts, right? We're looking at this and saying, okay, we think that it's going to be both offenses struggling a little bit, some ground and pound throughout the game. So we're giving Pacheco, we're giving Henry both a tutty. We think this game, listen, I'm literally just riffing here. There's no actual takes. We're looking at where's the outlines? We're looking at the totals, and we're saying it's lower scoring because these teams are just running the football. No one's moving it very well. It's first night jitters. So we're grabbing, whatever, under 50.5. We look at the spread and we think it's going to be a close game. So you want to almost just script out like how you can envision this game going and just do it that way. That's Lamar Jackson last season was 40 plus rushing yards was a staple of every single week for you and I. I mean, I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was like 80% of his games. He had 40 plus rushing yards. Every time he had more than 7.5 rush attempts or something like that. It was very, very interesting. So, you put together some game theories, and focus on some longer odd parlays. I think it might be my personal approach to those primetime games specifically, just due to the amount of money these books are going to be handling for that first week.
Listen, you said primetime parlays.
And, what do you got? Tell the people. Promote yourself. I don't care, buddy.
Just throw my screen up real quick.
Okay.
This is our prime time. This could be the prime time parlay graphic. Oh, yeah, it's ready. It's already dialed up and
tell the people where to find your prime time parlay show.
You can take it back. Listen, that's going to be on the YouTube at the Hulk Bets YouTube. We're going to be going live. You're joining, right? We're doing the Thursday.
I'm going to try.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Let me get back to you.
Maybe, but there it is, baby. That's it. Those are the guys you need right there. Those are the studs. We're gonna, especially first week, last year's data is good. It's first week, it's opening night, it's prime time. They're hanging the banner. Like there's some volatility built into this too. So, I like what we've talked about. I like some of the plus odds plays. I like the Derrick Henry 2+. I like that, we got it at a plus 110 and you can get it at a minus 110 still on DraftKings. Much better odds than a minus 135 on FanDuel. I find it very hard to believe that he doesn't score a touchdown, like their new toy. You know what I mean? Like they're rolling out their new toy. What's up, CG? And I think it's a solid play and volatility. We did really well in a volatile market, the touchdowns last year, but like a great time for it is like right now, I think too. It really is.
You know what's funny, buddy?
What?
Do you see this? Oh, let me show my screen.
Show your screen.
Look at this.
Look at all those boosts.
We literally were just like, we think SGPs are probably might be the way for these primetime games where the lines are going to be sharp. They're like, go ahead, guys.
Yeah.
Build them.
Honestly, though, we should do like some on Thursday or whenever. We could do some like small. We could do a couple of big ones and then a couple of like 2 or 3 play parlays. Just like, small plus things, use your boosts and stuff. Like, I think something like, a Derrick Henry touchdown and, I don't know, Kansas City plus something. I don't know, stuff like that. Or like the Pacheco one, like you got on the screen, stuff like that. Like,
yeah.
We could build out some nice. I mean, they don't all have to be 8 legs. We can do some smaller ones. But do you have anything else you want to look at for this Thursday one? Or do you want to talk about the other game? There's really one other game right now.
Well, to be honest,
you want to keep building? Do you want to keep building? What do you want to do?
No, I don't. Listen, It's NFL, it's college football. We're here
All right.
every Saturday for every single 9 a.m. Saturday show indefinitely, all things football betting. And my gosh, it feels good to be back in the driver's seat, doesn't it?
It does. It does. Talking about NFL, we could just
So much
kind of
more
sit
natural.
here. Yeah, it's so exactly. I think that's perfect. I think it's just so much more natural, so much more easy. And just comes easy to us because like we love it. And we're watching all the games and we know the teams and the players and everything going on. And it's just gonna be so fun. Like we're gonna do so much content for this NFL season that it's gonna feel like you guys are living with us. That's really it. Like we're gonna see each other that often. What do you mean? What do you mean? Why do you say, oh, I'm fine to live with? I'm fine to live with. I'm fine to live with.
I know you were brazen
don't-
and ready to smash the Control F on a live show. So
Yeah, I'm brave. I'm a high
you're a
risk
brave
person,
man.
I guess.
Maybe I'm a little
apparently.
bit more conservative.
That's fine.
My friends, I think honestly, if you want more, you just got to watch our YouTube shows next week. We're going to be all over. We're going to be all over YouTube and Twitter. Shows left and right. It's all free content. Just excuse me. Subscribe, like the channel, like the videos, retweet the tweets. Turn the notifications on YouTube. All the things you're supposed to do. We had up to 650-ish people watching across the interwebs today, so it was nice. Last season, this number was over 4 digits throughout our Saturday shows. So tune in, my friends. We will be here next Saturday, much more specific on the golly, it's good to be back. It feels good. Love seeing your face when we're talking NFL. It's just so much more fun than sitting there talking about, strikeout props and things on August 10th in the middle of the summer. Just the dog days of summer are tough. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And David, you want to kick us off? You usually send us off into the sunlight here.
Listen,
The morning sun.
Enjoy college football Saturday. Enjoy the weekend with your family. And it's good to be back.
Peace.